So as you can see on my screen, we have a really basic social media content bank. This is fantastic for anyone that doesn't want to put a huge amount of expense into their planning. There are much more advanced tools out there that exist. So if you are someone who's already through that process of and quite advanced in the content creation space, then this might not be for you. But I think for anyone that's just struggling for ideas or unsure how to approach what they're potentially going to do consistently over a medium term to long term content creation exercise, then this could be a really simple, easy way to start. So I'm just going to take you through the categories. I'm going to give you a little example of how I would potentially do this for one piece of content and how you can vary it to help you come up with many different ideas. So starting off with your content theme. So if you're ever working with Navi or Tourism Tribe, you'll go through the exercise of understanding your industry content themes. For this example, I'm pretending that I'm a brewery based in the Northern Territory in a fake place, Yabaroo. So our 4 content themes that I'm going to pick for this are beer, high quality food, live music, and natural setting. From there, I'm going to get 3 subcategories for each of those 4 to help me have an idea of how to approach what I'm looking for. So I'm going to use beer as my example here. We've got decent beer and gin experience, a product range that I sell online, and the story of my brewery and beer and gin. So what the history of what I do, as I think that is quite aligned with the brand and what I want my customers and potentially my target market of my customers to know about. So I'm not going to worry about these other 3 that exist. I'm just going to focus on beer and decent beer and gin experience for this example. So my content theme, I've got 4 beers that I'm going to focus on here. I got my sub content, the decent beer gin experience. I'm going to leave my title. I'm going to leave my file location because I don't need it for this example. This is a fake one, but this is the location that you're going to store all the finished product or potentially even the raw content product, the original, before it's been created. Then I'm going to move to the more important stuff in terms of my idea generation. I've got post type. So just going to jump back to my example media planning guide. Your post type is going to fit into 4 categories. You've got dream, plan, engage, and sell. When you focus on dream, you're trying to inspire and entertain. So a really basic example here is if I was doing the beer, decent gin experience, I'm going to have a beautiful photo of beer with sunset in the background. Really trying to translate that idea of being relaxed and then really trying to engage with my customers who love to come down on a Friday or a Sunday and just mellow out a little bit. So I'm really getting that emotion out there of what that experience might feel like for them. I've got plan and educate. So in the second example with exactly the same content themes, I've got a video of my brewer creating the beer. I'm not going to have them talking it. I'm just going to have music in the background and film and go throughout the process so it's not invasive for them as they do their job. And then later on, I'm just going to put some music behind that and then maybe just some steps to what they were doing. And I think that's also part of my customers who have a real interest in the craft beer scene, wanting to see how this thing actually works and how it's made. So interesting piece of education material there. It's quite simple and it hasn't taken me too much effort. It's just filming, cutting up those scenes, and putting some music behind it. The third one, engage. So I'm going to ask my current audience, the followers, what's their favorite beer and why. There's 2 reasons for this. I want them to engage and really give their opinion and hopefully create some sort of conversation around my product or the product of interest. And then secondly, I might actually get some really good ideas of what I might be missing from my own product line. So that's a bit of a bonus on top for this exercise. I'm just going to use a photo for that one and I'm just going to ask the question. The last one is sell. So you'll see on this example, we have these percentages. You use the sell a little bit less. You don't want to just be constantly selling to your audience. You want to engage, you want to entertain them. You want to make them feel like they're not being sold to, that they're actually part of your brand in a positive way. But you can throw it in there. And for this example, I've got promote an upcoming event with details and it's still screened at at the end of just all the information of how to get involved. So my brewery is going to put on an event day. We want people to come down, so a week out, I'm going to put something out there for that. It might be a video of me promoting it, or someone from the bar promoting it as well, or even a local band that are going to be playing there as well. So 4 very different ideas off the one content theme. So as you can see, I've written down what it is before I've created anything to give myself an idea of how I might approach this. Or if you have support in your business at this time of people helping you in this space, you can actually give them this to go away and do it themselves, to capture that information for you and help you through that, but at least they can see what you've planned out. I've got my digital type, so photo, video I've used for this one, but you could also go into different ones. You might have a research piece if you want to get a lot more technical, depending on what you're doing. You might have different types of digital, okay? But I've just focused on photo and video. I've got my text that I want to write about this. So once again, if someone else is doing this for me, I can give them my words before it's been created, and just what I want actually to be put down there. You'll see I've also got a serious text here. So serious text is more if you're using a platform such as LinkedIn and you want to change up the way that you approach it. I've just got it there as an option. So you don't have to use that. I just personally like to have that opportunity there if I'm using LinkedIn to change up the words a little bit. And then very simply at the end, I've got my tick off. So has it been published on these platforms yet? And I can keep track of that throughout this process. So as you can see, very, very simple way to come up with ideas before you start the content generation process. Make sure that you're putting this planning in place and really challenge yourself when you come to this idea of your content themes and having your sub-content themes to see if you can come up with 4 ideas for every single one of these. And then you'll start to see that there are many opportunities out there to go capture this information. And if you can find someone within your business who's good at taking photos or doing those videos, then this is a great way to guide them on what you're looking for, and still having that alignment with your brand and being confident that what you're putting out is going to be reflective of what you do as a business and engaging for your customer segment.